What is sparkling over here? It's not the roster, right? Like, I don't think there's anything new that— oh, there is new! Bertrude's biography. She's a Pyre! She was born on the 22nd of second moon, suggesting she is introspective and thoughtful. Her crime was conspiracy, accomplice to an illegal stamping press operation, yep. Insurrection, willful disregard for Commonwealth doctrine, and she's been exiled for 21 years. Holy shit. If you needed someone cursed, or guarantees of fortune on a big day, or to consort with elder patrons such as Opham Unburied or Marsus Needle-Eyes, you would go to see Big Bertrude. She was one of the most infamous alchemists of her day and plied her trade right under the Commonwealth's nose without regard. Ironically, it was a modest-sounding request for printing inks that ultimately got her into trouble, resulting in her exile. In the downside, her reputation preceded her, and she resumed her practice. Cool. Let's just look at levels while we're here. Okay, so Gilman will be fine to go. Really gotta level up Hedwyn, I think. It's like even Faye is beating Hedwyn. So if we do Hedwyn, Gilman I guess, and Bertrude, hopefully that should mean that Hedwyn's ready by the next liberation rite. Oh, that was what I wanted to check. How many liberation rites until the next liberation? 2. Okay. I had a nap. Welcome back! Volfred's diary. Thallium, the 29th of 10th moon, 837 AS. The stars themselves are fading. So too are opportunities at liberty. Then what are we to do? Give in? We have to see this through. Oh yes, we just liberated Ruki so he could go home to his mama. And we can't get everyone out. Yes, the stars are fading. It's extremely alarming. Oh, and Gilman was super cute. I think that's all the updates. Good morning, everyone. We are at the mercy of the stars, and none can say how soon they'll shine for us again. Let us recover for a while at Moonlight Alcove, and decide how to proceed. Well, guess I'm headed to Moonlight Alcove. Do I have to take off, or can I just... I can just click. Okay. I know how to play games. I'm an expert gamer. I have many hours of experience. And nobody wants to talk to us in the wagon, so let's bide. Best make yourself as comfortable as possible here for the time, Nightwings. The rites ought to commence again before we know it. Until then, be well. Thus, you and your companions remain on the mountaintop, waiting for the stars to shine again. The cycle of the rites is ending. The news that Volfred and the Lone Minstrel revealed to you now threatens to disrupt the group's resolve. Okay, if we gave up Ruki, then the fights must be a lot harder. We haven't had one since, but I am expecting them to be extremely difficult. Who most deserves their freedom? Can there be any hope for your revolutionary plan to change the Commonwealth if too few exiles manage to return? These questions hang like a fog over you and your companions as you linger there on Mount Elodial. For now, the exiles of the Nightwings vow to stick together, for as many opportunities as they shall have. Many moons pass. One cold evening, Volfred finds you off on your own. Oh, we unlocked the afterword. We must be getting towards the end of the game by now, right? Well, my kin, it's time once more. Come see. I'm Def's gonna have to rewatch that on YouTube. This stream, like, there's been some pretty good plot stuff in here. I would recommend, like, catching back up on it at some point. Volfred indicates the sky, and through the snow you see that he is right. Soon, all of your companions are gathered. Volfred regards the group in his steady manner. As you all know, I have refrained from participating in the rites myself, This was a long-held choice of mine, for a variety of reasons. Chief among those reasons is so that I might direct our plan, free from unwanted attention, both from our adversaries here and those who would oppose us in the Commonwealth. Another reason is my past experience conducting the rites. It did not end on good terms. Before my time, the Nightwings comprised 3 exiles: Brighton, Erisa, and Oralek. Brighton, a former exile of the Nightwings who conducted the rites alongside Oralek and Erisa. I guess. Yep, Erisa, former exile, along blah blah blah. Oralek, a former exile of the Nightwings, betrayed and abandoned in his moment of glory. Little Tizo was with them as well, still learning in their ways. After Brighton regained his freedom in the Liberation Rites, the Nightwings took me in. A story for another time, but for one thing, I had capacity to read the ancient book. Anyway, when next we earned our way into the Liberation Rite, Oralek was anointed for return. He had long been in exile, and his horns were beginning to show. We prevailed. Little Tizo snuffed the accuser's pyre. Thus, Oralek earned his freedom. However, just as the shimmer pool was to engulf him, Erisa, she shoved him from the precipice and took her freedom in his stead. What is the shimmer pool? A seldom seen celestial phenomenon linking the downside back to the Commonwealth. Thus, beneath a blooded moon, the Sclorian waters rise for but a moment, only to fall again. Yep. She perished, of course. Only the anointed can transcend the shimmer pool. But she thought the warnings were a myth and paid the price. She was always restless. I presumed Oralek perished too. To survive a fall from Mount Elodial, I was left alone. Subsequently, I made no attempts to reassemble the Nightwings, knowing that such treachery, such harm was even possible as part of this ordeal. I, frankly, still do not hold Erisa entirely at fault for what transpired. I hold instead the Commonwealth responsible, for it put us in this desperate situation. And I resist the urge to think the rights may partly be to blame as well, for pitting brother against brother, sister against sister. Volfred breathed a deep sigh. Now I see that Oralek yet lives, at a time when our plan is already in motion, and even the stars are fading. Perhaps a signal that the scribes themselves know that the Nightwings are divided, and that they do not approve. But I choose to take it as a sign that we must act. The scribes have put us in a set of circumstances where each one of us may rise to the occasion. The Nightwings and our plan need all the help they can get. And so I have made a decision, which I wish to announce here to you all. Are Freddy's eyes always closed? They're open at the moment, you just might not be able to see in 480p. Anyway, it's another reason to watch the high resolution VODs on YouTube. In the name of the Nightwings, and reader, by your leave, I would conduct the rites again. Long have my skills languished in the matter, I admit, although I trust I shall regain them soon enough. While I once vowed never to conduct the rites again, our present situation calls for all our resources to be brought to bear. So, if I may be of use during the rites to come, I shall avail myself. That's all. Now then, our reader shall determine where we are headed come first light. Volfred, I am never going to use you, I'm sorry. Volfred bows his head to everyone, while the others exchange looks, then, one by one, salute him in turn. Volfred stands ready to conduct the rites again. Welcome him back to the ranks. Oh, achievement unlocked, gather the band. Once more do several stars shine bright in the night sky, revealing several paths for you to pursue towards salvation. The stars themselves await the will of the Nightwings. Choose your path towards salvation. So, what's lighting up? Hobe, Lou, Trieste. Okay, so let's go all the way down here. Who do we fight here? Oh my god, the Pyre hearts again! The Tempers. Although we didn't end up fighting the Pyre hearts because of our former Nightwing. So I assume... he can just sort of interrupt at any point, which is fun to consider. So that's everyone, I think? Yeah, like, I'm assuming since we got the achievement for it, we're not gonna get anyone else in the party. Very well then, reader. Once more you shall face Sir Deluge and the Pyre Hearts when next the stars align. Who's at the top of the planner? I think it's the Crones? What are they? I've forgotten their name already. We may set course for the cairn of Hobe at dawn. For now, please get some rest in the remaining dark of night. But yeah, it's been, like... there was one time we fought... I think it was the Harps? Because they were at the top of the list and I wanted to see if I could knock them down so I wouldn't fight them for the liberation right, but it didn't make a difference, so... Anyway, let's go. Oh, what the fuck?
I hate to thusly contact you, O reader. Yet an awful rumor reached me recently that you have within your retinue a traitor to the Nightwings and the Commonwealth alike. But you would never harbor such a traitor, now would you?
I don't know if you noticed, but we're all exiles.
The downside would have taught you that.
Yeah, sure, that was great. That definitely was helpful in many ways. Is that what he looks like? It sure is. You rise after a fitful night of slumber. Somehow, the voice, which thus far has reached you only on the rights, has found its way into your sleep as well. You shake free of it. The time at Moonlight Alcove has made everyone restless. The group is eager to set forth at your command. Okay, let's get going. This is a long journey. Time to zoom, especially now that I know the zoom button exists. Oh jeez. My poor graphics card is having trouble keeping up. Oh, I unlocked Sky Explorer. This is a good stream for achievements. Your flight takes you near to where you breach past Stormwall into Deathless Tempest. With the climate and the downside intensifying, you wonder if the storm has spilled forth from its confines and started to ravage other regions of the land. Oh, two real Australia concerns. Although we still haven't gotten this sort of snow. What is this? Hey! Hey! Ha! That was fun! Oh, my beautiful wagon! What has happened? How exactly did Archjustice Andropoles, the some number or other, achieve immortality as a referee anyway? I don't think it's ever been hashtag confirmed he is Andropoles. But it seems likely, right? Oh, but it is you, my wonderful Nightwings, come to play a little trick on your good friend Manly, hmm? Oh, how very, very, very clever of you, and the damage you've caused my beautiful wagon. Doubtless it was very, very minimal. Fear not, I can afford repairs, it is no inconvenience at all. Although, I do have one request of you, to make amends, that is. When next we face each other in a riot, and I trust you know what I shall ask of you, but would you be kind enough to stand aside and let the chastity prevail? Then we shall call it even, and when I return unto the Commonwealth, I shall see to it that you or your loved ones there are suitably rewarded. Now, ta-ta! Oh, you wish, buddy. Excuse me, I gotta head down here. You seem to be going the same way, that's kind of awkward. Whoop. Shunt? Am I going to shunt? Hamilton may gain a deeper understanding of rights along this route. Is there another one? Oh, Lixand. Bertrude expressed an interest in taking this route. Using Bertrude more, so I'm going to cater to Bertrude for now. This is going to heck me over at the end of the game. Repair the wagon wheel? Oh, did I damage that in my crash? Oops. Oh, Wolfred's here. Oh, first, hit Crystal. Good stuff. Pat Imp. Excellent. Pat other Imp. This Imp's a little trickier. There we go. And we'll get this one up here for good measure. What a good Imp. Oh, Greentail family portrait. So, suppose you let one of the enemies get liberated. Who takes over talking for their team? Maybe they just don't have a team anymore. There. Wolfred appears to have finished sealing some sort of document. He smiles as he approaches you. Hello, my kid. Was just on my way out to make a drop. Report a bit of our progress our supporters on the other side should like to know. It is not clear to you as yet exactly how Wolfred is able to communicate with agents in the Commonwealth. We have our ways of making certain that such messages manage to make their way to whom they need to reach. Most of the time, at least. It's not exactly the most dignified of methods, but the messenger imp is as hardworking as the rest of us, or dare I say more so. He's one of Wolfred's couriers, tasked with delivering news to and from the Commonwealth. Most imps lack the capacity to do that job. They of course cannot traverse the outer boundaries of the downside, but they can squeeze much closer than any of us. Wolfred offers to tell you more of this process. It seems that he has been using certain imps to relay messages to his agents in the Commonwealth for some time now. From that point, we depend on certain other means. A trafficker like Ruki would likely be familiar with them. Then my agents intercept the messages as they arrive. The messages are coded in the off chance they reveal themselves before unwanted eyes, but even still. My agents put themselves in great peril there, supporting our cause and our plan. I could not ask for a more dedicated bunch. A shame we cannot meet them, separated as we are. If we succeed in our endeavors, it shall be thanks in no small part to them. They have identified hundreds of citizens grown loyal to our cause, found hidden corners where they can speak freely. Their goal is to grow in numbers while remaining safe. For we cannot resist the Commonwealth if too few citizens stand with us, whether due to apathy or fear, or lack of willingness to see our nation as we do. Some of these agents I have known for many, many years, since long before my exile. Many were former students from my days of teaching Commonwealth doctrine. It was clear then who among us did not take the common view. These days I report to them our progress, and they in turn report theirs back. From that assessment, I update the estimation of our plan's success. Our chances of success increase substantially each time we liberate one of our own, but those loyal to us in the Commonwealth slowly gather strength regardless, knowing of our efforts. Thus do we inspire each other. Not unlike the dynamics which I see among the Nightwings here. Now, good afternoon then, reader. I have a delivery to make. He strides out the wagon, bearing the sealed message. Interesting. Okay, let's repair the wagon wheel. Surely this is something we can do as a team. In spite of having checked earlier, you realize the black wagon suffered some damage to one of its wheels. Bertrude is already working on repairs, but not having much luck. Most disagreeable this matter, so thy aid is warranted. Hours later, the wheel is fit for travel again, although fixing it seemed to take a toll on her. Bertrude lost hope for the next ride? Bertrude, I needed you back! Wait, we can read his formal bio now? That's true. Let's do that. Wolfred here. He is a long-standing exile of the Nightwings who seeks more than his own freedom. His powers are Sprout. Spawn a sapling at a nearby location which has its own aura. Shield. Channels a barrier that deflects adversaries' casted auras back at them, which was extremely rude, I just have to say. Blink. During the rites, hold RT for a burst of speed. He is a sap, his past is Professor, and his sign is Cassius. He was born on the 21st of Sixth Moon, suggesting he is contemplative and passionate. His crime was publishing. Yep. He owned and operated a stamping press, using it to spread anti-Commonwealth propaganda. As mercy guides our hand, we spare your lives but rid ourselves of you from the sentencing ceremony. Wow, look at his experience. I still don't know what the... Okay, it's inspiration. Exiles who do not conduct the rites gain inspiration rather than enlightenment. Exiles gain enlightenment twice as quickly when they have inspiration. Okay, so it's basically an XP mod. I don't think, like, if we do one rite it will fill up that far. I think it'll just, like, get to about there-ish. Oh wait, you can't see my cursor. You can see my cursor. Yeah, I think it'll get to about there-ish. Anyway, he's been exiled for 9 years. By day, he was an unassuming history professor. By night, he operated a small but illegal stamping press of his own design, which he used to disseminate provocative ideas concerning how a truly peaceful Commonwealth might look. When his underground press was at last discovered, it was publicly destroyed. Eventually, he too was found and cast down. In the downside, he was taken in by the Nightwings, who sought someone with his experience. Since then, he hatched a long-term plan to recruit like-minded individuals who might stand together to usher in a new age for the Commonwealth. Also, we should give him a thing. So we've got gold thing, we've got cur thing, we've got quickness thing. You know what, just hold that for now. I'm probably never going to use you, but you can hold that for now. Does Sandra want to talk to us? What brings you to me this time, my dear reader? And no, she's not feeling it. Okay. Come visit me again sometime when you need further practice. So you mean all the time? Okay, let's keep going. To the Cairn of Haub. Said I'm a little worried about facing the worms, because Bertrude wasn't as good against them as I remembered. The wagon comes to a sudden stop after a near miss with someone, or something that got right at its path. I feel like we should try him at least once just to see if we like how he plays. Maybe, but I also have to level up Hedwyn to have him ready for the next Liberation Rite, and so I want characters I'm really solid with alongside Hedwyn, because I'm not that great with Hedwyn. God, I'm just setting myself up for a huge failure towards the end of the game, though. All the characters I'm terrible with are never used. At first you see no sign of whomever or whatever it was, but then a voice rings out from off to the side of your path. The friendly yet somehow aggravating tone leaves little room for question as to who it is. Hey guys, so maybe watch where you're going a bit more next time, I guess. You must have scared Dad half to death, I mean, just look at him. But it's good running into you like this, because I got, for you, a really special deal. We got some pretty out there stuff on hand, and it's been slowing us a bit, to be completely honest here. Something about him, I don't know, but Dad just hasn't been himself. But once we open shop on these little numbers, they're gonna go flying off the shelves. And you can have first dibs. All you gotta do is give us a lift, cause you're headed to the Cairn of Haub, right? Just drop us off when you get there, okay? The Black Wagon does not provide for you the most spacious accommodations, but it may have room enough for Falcon Ron, barely, at least for the short remainder of your trip. On the other hand, you sense a troubling energy from whatever strange artifacts he is transporting right now, and wonder whether you should get involved. Of course we're going to get involved. Like, obviously. Though your fellow exiles exchange cautious looks, you invite Falcon Ron to climb aboard. Oh, great, thanks guys. I'll just squeeze right in, He does not. Dad! Come on, put your back into it already. Eventually Falcon Ron manages to get on board as you prepare to set forth again. Falcon Ron joined you. Welcome him aboard. For now. Okay, I'm hoping we're not getting yet another party member. After what felt like an interminable trip, during which Falcon Ron did not even once cease to speak of matters relevant only to him, you reach your destination. Anyways, thanks guys. And remember what I said, these thingers I got here, you got dibs on them if you come visit me and Dad, that is. Now we'll be going, so be seeing you, okay? Whether from Falcon Ron's ceaseless drivel or the ill effects of his cargo, everyone is left feeling out of sorts. Your fellow exiles lost 5 glory? Wow, it's really hitting me hard now. Okay, who's in here? What's up, Bertrude? You notice Bertrude studying the Beyonder crystal. She sets it down as you approach. Can you get my girlfriend out of there? The mouthy wraith rebuketh our attempt to summon her. She insisteth that we are too young to understand. She must be referring to Sandra. It seems that Bertrude may be able to invoke her. Stubborn, that one. Possessing of an ancient understanding. Olden ways and olden times. Many centuries of history. Knowledge of the 8 scribes themselves. Held captive there within that green-tinged stone. Within that wraith's own memories. Would that we could extract them in some way. Perhaps thou couldst induce the wraith's obedience, reading one. For we she heedeth not. She claimeth obligations unto only thee. I'm not going to make Sandra do anything she doesn't want to do, buddy. Although... She stops and thinks very carefully. The Beyonder crystal is not to be tampered with. Your fellow exiles know that its use is at your sole discretion. Free our girl. Free our girl! She backs away from you, still thinking to herself. Ignores thee our inquiries about this reading one. Our reasoning has taken us elsewhere. Her refusal to cooperate is like to be an ancient warning of some sort. Ugh. 'Tis possible that others of the southern bogs know something of her. But we shall not be tampering further with such sorceries ourselves. That the wraith refuseth to cooperate suggesteth that her predicament is suitably disturbed. She heads out in a huff, but just as the air grows still and quiet, you sense something from the Beyonder crystal. Mouthy wraith, she says. Can you believe it, reader? To be so young and foolish again. Sandra the Unseeing laughs to herself. Your proximity to the Beyonder crystal must have been sufficient to invoke her in this case. That crone of yours is far too curious, I think. But it appears that even she has learned her lesson in this case. Thank the stars, I am beholden to no more than one among you Nightwings at a time. And thank the stars that happens to be you rather than her. And if that crone attempts to lay her fingers on my Beyonder crystal again, I shall just have to torment her dreams till she's my age. Do feel free to mention that if it comes up. Now, farewell. You know where to find me, lovely reader. She vanishes. It seems that Sandra proved resistant to blah blah, starting to lose the words, to Bertrude's tampering. If so much history is trapped within the Beyonder crystal, there it shall remain for the foreseeable future. Do you want to talk to us? Not had enough of me just yet, is that it? No! Sandra, talk to me! Farewell for now then, reader. Oh, I always want to spend time with you, Sandra. It's true! You're the best!